What's up, everybody? It's another edition of Talkin All That Kazz with me, DJ Kazzeo. That's right. This is where you find interviews that I conduct on my radio show. I isolate them, put them to a video format so you can watch them anytime, check them out, and it's basically the audio with a picture of the artist that I'm interviewing and my web address. So pretty basic, but it's a lot of interviews that people don't often get to hear sometimes because they don't have time to listen to my radio show, or they don't have time to listen to the complete 2-hour show on my Mixcloud channel. So this is isolated interview clips, and here's another one. Let's see who I'm talking to this time. In 3, 2, 1.
It is indeed 90.9 FM KHTC Radio Bilingüe here in Monterey and Santa Cruz counties, as well as 104.1 FM out in San Benito County and
everywhere else on DJKazzeo.com.
That's right, man. We're good to go right now, joined by a very special guest. Mm-hmm. First time on the show, want to welcome Mike Nichols to the show. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's up, Kaz? Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. So, gotta first and foremost ask you how everything is going tonight in your part of the country.
Everything's chill, man. I mean, you know, I just been laying down with my kids tonight, man. So I don't even know what's going on outside. we just watched Boba Fett. I can tell you that.
Oh, don't even spoil it for me. I haven't seen the new episode yet.
I'm not gonna say nothing, bro. I ain't gonna say nothing. It's better than the first one. I'll tell you that. It's better than the first one.
I meant to be up at midnight watching it last night, but I was just exhausted, so I crashed out early, and then I woke up this morning and was like, I didn't even get a chance to check out the new Boba Fett episode. So, yeah, don't.
I ain't gonna say no, but there were some spoilers today. I was a little mad because there were some spoilers I seen on Instagram and whatnot. You know, everyone got to ruin it. They can't just let people watch it. But it's dope, though. It's dope. It's a Star Wars head.
I don't know why people can't adhere to the 72-hour rule.
Yeah, real talk, right?
Come on, come on. 3 days isn't going to kill you. Just relax. But anyway, man. Anyway. So, man, let's talk about you, man. What's the background story of Mike Nichols?
Man, my story is long and tenured. I started off MCing when I was like 17, when I was in college. Had a group. I was at the University of Miami. I had a group called The Links, and we were like doing our thing in the local scene down there for a long time, put out some records. And then when I decided to move back up north, I moved to Brooklyn and just started putting out solo records, mixtapes and everything like that, doing my thing out in New York. And then for a while, I started working with a band. So I have a band as well called Nickel and Dime Ops. And with that band, I literally performed all over the world. And, they took us out to Europe and all this stuff. And it was a hell of a run. And we still play. We actually played a few weeks ago. But I just been focusing back on the beats and rhymes thing. So that's what this new album is about. It's just me getting back to the beats and rhymes side of my style,
Yeah, man, it was interesting. I was reading, and one thing that stuck out to me was, like, I'm seeing that, you toured Europe and the United States opening for, people like, J. Rue and the Alcoholics and Bismarck. But then also included in that group was Pitbull, and I was like, okay, one of these kids is not like the other.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, when I opened for Pitbull, that was a long time ago, and it was really kind of before he became what he was. Because we were coming up in the Miami scene together, actually, and I knew him like right around when his that record blew up. Welcome to Miami, was I knew him at that time, and he was just starting to blow up when I opened for him. But yeah, Pitbull, I opened for him. It was cool. He was doing his thing, and like I said, those were my Miami days. But yeah, J. Rule, a lot of people, Bismarck, that was a fun story. Got to meet Biz and everything. God rest his soul, man. That one hurt.
Yeah.
I was gonna pass the mic, but okay.
No,
so the Nickel and Dimes that project. So that's like a live band type thing.
Yeah, man. So it's a band made of some really really talented young jazz musicians in New York City. Some of the best in the scene. But we're doing hip hop. So like they're all heads too. You know, they're jazz heads, but they're hip hop heads too. So we're out there making hip hop, and I'm emceeing, and I lead the band. I help write and do a bunch of things. And we actually had a residency at a jazz club called Smoke Jazz Club for about 8.5 years.
Wow.
Which is a really prestigious club. We were there every Thursday night for that whole time. And through that, we really just got to harness our craft, and we ended up playing at the Blue Note and SOBs and Joe's Pub, and then, you know, like you said we made it out to Europe and different Philadelphia, all these different places. And yeah, man, it's still an entity. We still exist. We're talking about starting to do a new album probably this year. At some point, we're gonna get together and start writing and stuff.
So the vibe on that is that closer to Jazzmatazz or closer to A Tribe Called Quest?
I would say it's a little everything, but it's definitely like maybe like Jazzmatazz meets the Roots.
Okay.
If I can kind of put it together, because actually some of my guys even play like sub in with the Roots band and stuff, and the saxophone player for the Roots, Ian Henderson Smith, actually helped me put this band together and produce one of my records. He's my good friend. So there's definitely like, it's got the hard hitting hip hop. People always say, you know, with me, you know, I'm just an MC's MC. So when you whether I'm with a band or I'm on a beat, I'm throwing down lyrics. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the trumpet player, and I'll step out and let the trumpet player blow a solo. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll come back in, knock out another verse. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fun to watch. Fans really like it. Sometimes we just freestyle, make up a song on the spot. You know, nice. I freestyle, they freestyle. So we'll literally just make up a whole song right there in front of the crowd. You know. So it's a good time.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah, organic like
Hell
that,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
And so, do you play an instrument and make beats as well, or is it just which it's fine either way? It just sounds like when you're like, oh, I'm about the beats and about the rhymes, and I'm like, oh, you make beats too, or?
I make beats too. Yeah,
that's what's up.
I'm an MPC head. I started with the MPC 2000 XL, and then eventually got the 4000. Yeah, I make beats and stuff, man. I also just like produce like straight up like live music and stuff like that as well.
Nice.
But yeah, man, I haven't been making beats as much as I would like to. I've actually got my eye on the MPC 1. I want to go cop that and start getting back into it a little more.
That does look nice. That does look nice.
Yeah, man. That's part of my blood, man. I love to make some hard banging boom bap beats. You know.
Nice.
That's my speed.
And you know, to follow up on his question, what about instruments? You play any instruments?
So I did try a little while. I started messing around with bass and keys a little bit, nice. You know, and I mean it was a process, but I really realized where my strengths were around that time, and you know, I knew I was never really like, I didn't feel like I was ever really suited to like, you know, say jamming with these guys, because these guys I play with are so damn good, man. I mean, they play with everybody, you know what I'm saying? So like, who am I to try to jump up in there and jam with them? It just don't make sense. So for me, I just focus on the lyrics and making beats. But like, you know, learning like the basics about keys and music theory and all that, it helped me a lot in terms of making beats and stuff like that, because you need to have a better understanding of music to really like expand yourself as a producer, you know, and that phase of the artistry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's true. Right. And now I got to ask, because you talked about jamming out, and you did mention a little bit of Disney Plus earlier. I'm guessing you saw the movie Soul then, right?
I saw Soul, and actually what's really cool, there's a lot of cool aspects, but a few of the musicians, shout out to Tia Fuller, Joe Saylor, and Dia Owens, they're actually my friends from the scene, you know.
Wow.
And Dia's actually played with me, and I've jammed with Tia and Joe Saylor a few times. So like for them to get that moment and like be in that movie, to me, you know, I was watching with my kids and I was just like so proud of them. It was really cool. And also, you know, when they go down to that jazz club, it's funny because anyone knows that the New York jazz scene, you know, they say, oh, you walk in and at first it looks like Smalls, but then you go downstairs and it looks like the Blue Note, but then the stage looks like Smoke. And that's funny because the stage does look like Smoke stage. And like I said, that was my residency for 8 years, so that's my home base that they kind of emulated in terms of the way that bandstand looks, which is kind of cool. Yeah, man, I love that movie. Great movie.
That was.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, dope, man, dope. You know, before we let you go and we get into Rappers Don't Smile, give out all your social media so people want to, you know, get in touch and, you know, all that good stuff.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You can find me anywhere on Mike Nichols. Just look up at Mike Nichols. Mike like M-I-C, like microphone, and then Nichols, spell it right, E-L-S. Some people do L-E, but that's how you spell pickle. So Mike Nichols. Mostly I'm on Instagram, but you can get me on my YouTube channel is dope. There's all these dope videos on there. My website is spotmeanickel.com. So, I mean, if I got a real second with y'all, I just want to plug, man. So we got the new album came out, which is called Bars for Days, like we were talking about, which features Method Man, Timbo King, a bunch of great MCs and producers from around the world. And along with that, I wrote a book about my life just because I've just had a crazy life and met all these amazing people and done all these crazy things. So I wrote a book about my life. It's also called Bars for Days, and it came out together with the album. They're a combined entity. So when you get the album or you get the book, you can get to know who I am while listening to the music. It's a really unique experience. So if you go to my website, yeah, sorry, my daughter's trying to call in right now. If you go to my website, spotmeanickel.com, you can get the book right now, and it's a really dope experience, and I'm really proud of this album. It's super fire, man. Like I said, Meth is on it, which is just amazing. So it's real hip hop, man. It's for the heads, yo.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Got that creativity flowing, man. Always great to see something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate you taking the time to call in tonight. I'm gonna be in touch with you via social media because I'm hoping to get some drops for the show from you. I'll shoot you some scripts and we'll get that done. But man, when the next project's ready, we're ready to have you back on and talk some more, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. The Phantom single is dropping in a few weeks. The new track is called The Phantom, so I'll get that over to you. That's fire too.
Is Dan gonna be working that as well?
I believe so. We got to talk about that, but I believe so. Yeah.
Tell him to stop charging so much. You're an indie artist.
He's more than fair. We just haven't gotten there yet. We still been working Rappers Don't Smile, which you're about to play right now. So
true that, man.
I appreciate the spins. Fam. Thank you.
All right,
man.
man.
What's up, Cali? Peace, Cali. We love you.
Mike Nichols, man. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir. All right, Kazz. Peace, y'all.